Nottingham Forest are reportedly seriously considering making an approach for Marco Silva, who is currently manager of Fulham, once the season ends, according to sources. Silva's contract at Fulham is set to expire this summer, making an approach more feasible. Forest's owner Evangelos Marinakis admires Silva, having worked with him previously at Olympiacos, and sees him as a strong candidate to take the reins if there's a change at the City ground. Football Insider: Silva has done well with Fulham since 2021, guiding them to steady mid-table Premier League finishes and establishing them as a competitive side. Football Insider: Forest currently have Sean Dyche managing the team on a short deal, but with mixed results and the club still finding their footing in a relegation battle, pressure is mounting on the dugout. Talk Sport: Past reports suggested Silva has been on Forest's managerial radar for a while, even before this latest move as a long-term target if the club decides to overhaul its coaching setup. Sky Sports: Current context for Forest. Forest's recent form has been inconsistent, including a notable loss to Fulham late last year, which continued pressure on their managerial situation. If Silva's contract at Fulham runs down without a renewal, Forest could push harder to appoint him, especially given Marinakis' previous relationship with the Portuguese coach. Any move would likely wait until the summer, as Fulham would expect compensation if Silva were to be approached before his deal expires. Celtic F.CS Rio Hatate transfer plan revealed with 3 weeks left in window. With just 3 weeks remaining in the transfer window, Celtic have made their position on Rio Hatate clear amid growing interest from clubs across Europe. The Scottish champions are understood to be determined to keep Hatate unless a significant offer arrives that matches their valuation. The Japan international remains a key part of the manager's midfield plans heading into the decisive phase of the season. Hatate has continued to attract attention due to his technical ability, versatility, and Champions League experience. However, there is currently no formal indication that he is pushing for a move away from Glasgow. With time ticking down, interested clubs will need to act quickly if they want to test Celtic's resolve. Otherwise, the Hoops are prepared to keep the midfielder as they chase domestic and European ambitions. Crystal Palace have accepted that they will have to lower their £30 million valuation of Jean-Philippe Mateta in the summer, sources have told Football Insider. The striker is entering the final year of his contract in the summer, and Palace are ready to accept a cut-price offer for him to ensure that he cannot run the remainder of his contract down. Rangers will consider selling winger Giedi Gassama in the summer if they fail to secure a place in the Champions League, sources have told Football Insider. The Scottish Premiership giants received plenty of interest in the 22-year-old in the winter transfer window, and would potentially accept a significant offer for him in the summer. Rangers can secure a place in next season's Champions League by beating Hearts and Celtic to the Premiership title, and sources say that could provide a financial boost that could see them keep all their key players. Danny Roll is a huge fan of Gassama dating back to their time together at Sheffield Wednesday, but finances at Ibrox may ultimately dictate that they have to part ways in the summer. Newcastle United will look to sell Nick Woltemade this summer amid interest from Bayern Munich, sources have told Football Insider. The German giants have set their sights on the striker, 23, as a player who could come in and improve their attack, but they would only be willing to do a deal at a cut-price fee. Sources say the Bayern valuation of Woltemade is around £30 to £40 million, which is some way less than the £69 million Newcastle paid last summer. Eddie Howe was reluctant to add any new faces to the Magpies' attack during the January transfer window, despite their stuttering form of late. Bayern were heavily linked with Woltemade last summer, but they were ultimately beaten to the deal by Newcastle in what was seen as a coup at the time.